From the hardwood floors to the rafters packed. Welcome to the show. This is Basket the Basket, where the crowd gets loud and the takes get drastic. Breaking down every play, every stat, no plastic. Yo. We talk legends, rookies, dynasties built. From the drive to the dish to the splash, from the tilt. From the opening tip to the closing act. We got the insight you need, straight fact, no cap. From the garden to the bay, where the nets stay snapping. To the shy, where the sky and the vibes stay cracking.
Stop it.
I was gonna say that fucking intro seems a little too goddamn long for me.
That's fine. That is fine.
You gotta cut
That
that
is
shit.
fine. That is fine. I'm not cutting shit. You say I'm not
All
you.
all of a
I'm not
sudden,
you.
we do the show on fucking Tuesday. You okay with playing? The whole
No.
goddamn-
Nobody told you to cut the intro. The intro was fine. I said your outro. Why we gotta go through this every time we start the show, Mel? I don't understand.
Because I
don't
put
understand.
work and time into these intros and shit.
Yeah, but I want to get to the show. We talked about this already. Man. We talked about this.
I'm
The
just saying.
intro is fine. Your outro just, in my opinion, was too long. But I told you if you want to leave it, leave it. Stop leaving your dirty laundry out on the screen. The people,
My feelings were hurt, and I'm light skinned, so you already know.
Oh
I'm
my
telling everybody.
God. I'm not that far off you, nigga. I'm Carmel. All right. My feelings somewhere in the middle. All right. How are you, Mel? Besides bothering me.
I'm good. You know, it's Tuesday.
Oh, you know what time it is.
What time is it?
Basketball time.
Yeah. Shout out to Richard Jefferson.
Fuck Richard Jefferson.
If we pop up on his show, I'm gonna be shocked. I won't be shocked.
Listen. Why you got some words for Richard?
Yeah, because he answered back on the post.
He did?
Hmm?
Let's start there. What you say? What happened?
No, about the because it wasn't a basketball topic. It was an NFL. Okay, it was the what's more important? It was when he said the star basketball player is more important than the NFL quarterback.
Oh, and that one that we talked about last week, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. He responded back?
Of course he did.
Oh, Richard Jefferson is responding back to us down here. That means we're moving up in the world, man.
Yeah.
Fire. We got Richard Jefferson responding to us on the internet.
So
That's how the old people would say it in the internets.
on the interwebs.
On the interwebs. You feel we got Richard Jefferson. But I know
get into more of that on
Friday. I thought you was talking about with him and Big Perk kind of was going at it about AAU.
Well, that too. We can talk about that.
Perk was basically saying that he don't care if they up by 40, play to the buzzer. And that's why the people soft. And Richard Jefferson was saying that they're not learning nothing by doing that.
Yeah, you are. You are learning. Don't be down by 40.
Exactly. That was mine. Like, that's how I felt about it. I'm listening. I'm like, what is Richard talking about? That's why I said fuck Richard when you said it. And Richard Jefferson is not a personal fuck you. It's just a fuck you. All right.
Yeah.
But
play better.
Like, nah, bro. And then, like Perk said, he was for Giannis dunking the ball with me on the ball. But now he's not for AAU guys finishing the game out strong. Now, hell no. These young guys need to definitely understand. I get what Richard is saying, like, oh, they need to learn the game of basketball. But what are we teaching a team in taking your foot off the pedal? What does that teach them?
You not teaching
Doesn't it
them,
teach those kids to play to the end, to never give up?
Yeah, so you're telling the other kids, y'all got to stop learning how to play basketball.
Y'all got to stop doing everything you learned to this team,
right?
And let this team get back in the game, or just don't finish them like that. Like, nah. If we up 40 and it's 10 minutes left, nigga, we better finish this game up 60.
I'm like, you better stop me before I go up 60. That should be your mentality right now.
I don't know what all this crying is about around the league. The guys dunking it at the end of the game. I don't give a shit. The clock still got seconds on it. It still got seconds on it.
Told you, all of them. Big, wet vaginas. All of them.
Clip that. Mel, what is going on with you?
My mother-in-law doesn't want me to curse, so I gotta use the alternates.
Oh man, I don't know. But yeah, so I mean, I think we talked about this plenty of times before. AAU is kind of ruined the way basketball is looked at and how guys come up into basketball, especially with the buddy system. I'm not too sure of what they're learning over there, what they're not learning. I know a lot of that learning does come from high school, college, especially in college is where they really learn the game of basketball, is where you put your skills and your talents to the real test of can you do it, to me, in my opinion. College will kind of show you that. The NBA is the ultimate test if you make it what you do in the NBA against all the rest of the guys that not only made it to the NBA, but are very, very good in the NBA, says what you will be in the NBA going forward. But I do think AAU plays a part in it. I'm not sure what the guys are learning and what they're not learning AAU, but I'm not going to tell my team if I'm a coach to take their foot off the gas because we are 40 and the tournament that it was talking about, they're supposed to be the best of the best.
Yeah, well, AAU, the problem with the kids under the age of, I'm going to say 16, is that circuit, that's where you're supposed to get your foundation of basketball. And they're not getting it. It's a money grab. We talked about it. It's all about money. Mm-hmm. It's all about who can get the biggest bag and who can get the best athletes. It's not about, okay, let me teach you how to go left, finish left, dribble in and out, jump shot, how to have a consistent mid-range game, how to shoot free throws. All of that stuff has been eliminated from what AAU was supposed to be about. Well, AAU itself was just supposed to be the tournament circuit that you highlights the kids from New York, New Jersey, whatever it may be, and then you just test them against other cities. That's not what it is no more. Now it's Nike, Adidas, Under Armour, all of them putting all the money that they possibly can into these tournaments so that they can make more money.
Yeah, I mean, that's just what it is what it's come to. But that was definitely an interesting debate. If you haven't seen the Perk versus Richard Jefferson little spat on AAU thing, go check that clip out. But I kind of want to jump into what happened in the NBA a couple of days ago. Hearing a lot of mixed reports on if it connected, if it didn't connect it, didn't connect. Didn't connect it. The fuck is that? It didn't connect. Luka might or might not have been punched in the face, man.
Oh, by
Dennis Schroeder.
Dennis Schroeder, he definitely punched the shot.
Yeah, he said it. He said after this debate, he said, "No, I connected."
I believe it. He looked like a little, German. What? Not German. A little British gangster.
How we feeling about players getting punched now, man? This is the second player.
Tighten these motherfuckers up.
It's the second player to get their shit rocked. This one not on camera. Luka can't deny it unless somebody else, that was in the area come out and say, "Nah, Dennis did punch Luka." I don't know what to believe, but Dennis Schroeder definitely said he did connect.
Yeah, I mean, one, players are entirely too sensitive nowadays. And what did Dennis Schroeder, honestly, for what, bro? And I know, we talked about it, we was, joking about it, how, the league needs to be more physical and yada, 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 yada. But then there's a point of it. I keep it on the basketball court. If you want to be physical on the basketball court, that's one thing. Once we exit the basketball court and you want to do something like that, that's no longer basketball to me. Because now it's personal and we got to handle it a totally different way. That's just me.
About 40 minutes after the game, Schroeder went to Luka, telling Luka that he can't call him a bitch on the court and pretend everything is fine off the court. The NBA ruled that Schroeder attempted to strike Doncic. Like I said, center DeAndre Ayton tried to drag away Schroeder from the competition while stunned Doncic attempted to exit the security as security intervened. It says a stunned Doncic attempted to exit. So I don't know. Was he stunned at Schroeder trying to hit him, or was he stunned at Schroeder hit his ass?
I'm not going to buy that Luka called him a bitch. That's not even his language like that.
Nah, I could buy that. They all call each other bitches. They all do it.
Not them overseas dudes like that.
Yes, they do. Luka's in the game. He's on the Lakers now. That shit get to him. He got those black guys over there talking to him. You crazy.
No.
He was learning from Kyrie how to you crazy.
I'm not gonna buy that. He might say some other shit. Sorry, I told my mother-in-law I was gonna stop cursing. He might say some other stuff, but
don't worry, mother-in-law, I won't. I won't. I'm sorry. Love you though.
I'm just not gonna buy. And so what if he did? And that's what I said. Y'all are too soft. In the midst of a game, the stuff that I have been told on the football field by dudes I have known.
But we know some of those guys just can't take it. Like KD got called a bitch, didn't like it. Carmelo said it too. I believe Carmelo said it like that's one of the words that players do not like being called is a bitch. So when
but then if you overreact to it, aren't you pretty much confirming that you're a
bitch? Yeah, I guess. I'm with you there. But it can also be looked at as a guy standing up for him feel like he's being disrespected by you calling him a bitch. That's all it seems to me is Dennis got called a bitch. If it's true, he didn't like it, just like so many other players. Draymond got called a bitch by a fan, and we get fans ejected. I know you say, but that's the fans, not the players. I get it, but people don't like being called bitches either which way on the basketball court.
But the stuff that happens and gets said in between the lines on the football field, in between the lines on the basketball court, on the baseball diamond, all that stuff is done in competition. Could it be personal? It could be, but you can
say it's done in competition, but some people have a line, and some of that stuff that you feel is done in competition crosses that line.
I've seen Dennis Schroeder talking crazy.
Yeah, but I don't know if he called anybody a bitch that did not like being called a bitch.
What you consider disrespectful and what I consider disrespectful too.
Right. And that's exactly what my point was. That's exactly what my point was right before you said that. It's just because it's in the competition of the game doesn't mean that I, as a man, have to allow you to say something like that to me. Right, but if we was out in the streets playing ball and you said that to me, 99% there's going to be a scuffle where we're gonna tussle.
Right, but the thing about it is, if you don't want trash talk being talked to you, then don't talk trash talk to other people.
I said this when it came to the fans. Get back to the back and forth with the fans. I understand some things could be blurring the line, calling each other bitches, sticking up the middle fingers. I get all that. But if it's in the spirit of the fans and them being hyped about the game and loving their team, then I'm cool with it to a certain extent. But there is a culture that goes on now that when you say something in the stands, you're ejected out the game. Now, in the basketball game, you can't get a player ejected out of the game for calling you a bitch. So you can get a fan ejected, but you can't get a player ejected. So what's the next best thing is you got to stand up and, hey, what the fuck you calling me like? And I think that's what's going on here. Now, I know they also said that Luka told him he should have re-signed, but I don't think Schroeder going to punch him in his face because of that.
These new dudes is soft, so who knows?
Nah, Schroeder been in the league for a long time.
When I say new dudes, I'm just talking about the younger just generation.
I don't know how old is Dennis Schroeder.
I don't know. He's got to be at least 31, 32.
He's played 12 years.
Oh, so he's older than that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Shooter ain't no young cat. This guy been in the league.
No, he's still part. When I say he's
32.
32. He's part of this culture, this NBA.
I mean, I could get that, but what is it? I mean, like I said, I'm not justifying his action, whether he punched him, he didn't punch him. But we are kind of getting what we want and what we said last week on the fights. More people.
This wasn't on the court.
Because he couldn't get to him on the court.
Why not?
I don't know. He just felt like he couldn't get to him. It was 40 minutes after the game ended. So maybe he sat down and was like, oh, that nigga called me a bitch. Maybe somebody went, got in Schroeder's ear. It was like, yo, that nigga was calling you all types of bitches.
Then that's even worse.
Like at the end of that motherfucking Outkast song.
But then that's worse.
Just
So if you,
all
so
types
if
of
you,
bitches.
yeah. So if you didn't hear it,
I'm just saying. I don't know. I don't know. They don't say.
Even if you sat with it and it was like, "Yo, I don't like that."
They don't say. They just say 40 minutes after the game. So
yeah, it's still soft to me. Like if he said it on the court, then he said it on the court. Because my thing is this: if he said it on the court and you was mad about it, you should have did something there. If you stewed in it and waited until the end of the game to go find him, then you a sucker. Because at that point, it's up for me and you every time I see you. It's up because I'm taking that now. I'm taking that super personal. You're gonna roll up on me after the game?
Not only did he roll up on him, he actually waited for him. I got an updated report here. Shooter essentially camped out and waited for Luka in the back hallways of the crypto arena.
Oh, you lucky I ain't.
And when he saw what the fuck? And when he not Gilbert Arenas, bro. And when he saw him and had somewhat of an alone moment, he confronted him and attempted to swing on him, strike him with his hand. The league concluded that it was an attempt, that he didn't actually strike Luka in the face or in the upper body.
So you waited 40 minutes for your moment.
And then it says right here, it says right, no, he hit him. From what Shooter said, he hit him. From what this says, he attempted to swing on him, strike him with his hand, but the league concluded that he did not strike him. So he could have got a little piece. He just didn't get the whole piece. You feel me?
As big as Luka is, you missed.
I mean, he is big. So why it's Luka has been calling him the B word for the last few games, even going back to the off season when they played each other in the Olympics. He added, and so
maybe Luka really feels like he is.
Call me the B word on the court. You have to expect that I'm not just going to take it that lightly off the court. And I kind of agree with him.
Why you wait so long?
Why he wait so long? He got called a bitch in this game and he didn't sit right with it. Maybe he told the nigga before, like, yo, stop calling me that, and gave him a chance. What are you talking about? He couldn't let him breathe.
He said, I mean, if it says no, if
Chris Brown and Jordan, you can't let him breathe. No air.
One B word is one too many.
But for you, but how many? You don't know how many Shooter could take.
Pause.
No pause.
I don't want to know how many.
I let pause in 2024. I don't say that shit.
I don't want to do that. But
I don't want to do that one. Nah, you don't know how many bitches he took. You feel me? And then he was like, "I the last bitch."
Nah, didn't bother you then.
It did bother him.
Clearly didn't bother you. If they said this has been going on for a couple games now,
if he didn't react because he didn't want to get in trouble, and then it proceeded to continue happening, he's like, "Fuck, there's something got to get done," and then he said something or tried to do something, then we can't say, "Oh, he didn't act on the first one." So no, he got to his boiling point, like some people do. And he fucking was like, all right, let's get it, nigga. I told you to stop doing this shit. Now you got to deal with the consequences.
If that's the case, then y'all would have got it shaking on the court. Not gonna wait 40 minutes.
Nah, you know what that fine is on the court, nigga? Fuck that.
The same fine his stupid ass got for doing it off the court. Off the court is actually worse.
Listen,
if Luka wanted to be real stupid, Luka can file a police report. That's assault. That's even worse.
Now that's some bitch shit. But
no, it ain't.
When Shaq and old boy was getting in the tunnel, ain't nobody pressed charges, nigga. That's some bitch shit. That's some bitch shit. That's some bitch shit.
Waiting for 40 minutes is premeditated.
I need to talk to you. Come, let me talk about your car insurance. I want to talk to you about a lawyer.
Red is not talking.
So yes, he is talking. He told him. You can't keep calling me a bitch on the court and pretending everything is fine off the court. He told him. That's what he told him. That's what he told him. Like, oh,
but you waited for him. When
are you going to? That's right.
Why would the thing about it is you can't say you can say that, but if y'all meet up somewhere, but you waited to see him.
Nah, he knew. Listen, so what? That's the only time I see that nigga. I'm not going out my way to look for this nigga. And we saying it like Luka didn't do anything in this game. No, he called him a bitch in this game. That's probably sparked it again, Mel.
So
he probably left all the other shit alone and then told the nigga before, like, yo, stop calling me.
Then
he
handled it
again, thinking that the nigga was a bitch, and then he got fingered on.
The second he finished the you supposed to swing on him.
Because Schroeder, tried to hit him, but it probably with some fingers, so he got fingered on. Listen. You call a nigga a bitch, you deal with the consequences of how you react. That's just
but that's the thing. That's not dealing with the consequences. It is
the consequence. He waited for your ass. He wanted you to stand on business.
No, because then what I'm gonna do is
I'm to stand on business. He wanted you to look the thugs out in Chicago. They wait for you outside your job, wait for you to clock out and then kill you. They don't come in and kill you. They come and buy a soda while you on the clock. What's up, youngin? Yeah, we gonna catch your ass. And as soon as you get off the clock, you walk to the car. Why he just kill him in the store?
Yeah, but they're not employees. They're not working together.
Why he just kill him in his door?
But they're not working together.
Listen, they ain't working together either. They're working against each other, and that's what Shooter is saying. Like, man, you're not gonna keep calling me a bitch, and then act like when you see me outside of here, we all cool and dandy, bro.
Yeah, and then wait till it couldn't be me. Because the second we play the motherfuckers again, I'm gonna be like, oh, let's do a little bitch.
Mm-hmm. And then he would have fucking, as soon as you came out that locker, you would have got the Luka treatment.
He ain't gonna do nothing.
You would have got the Luka treatment. He would try to put them paws on you.
He ain't gonna do nothing.
Oh man, why you didn't try that the first time I called you?
If Dennis Schroeder wanted to do something, he would have did it, and he waited.
One bitch too much. No, I'm not taking that stance. He probably just came to. Not everybody reacts the same. Some people give people more chances to fuck up than others. And I'm not gonna automatically say that's some bitch shit because he waited. No, that nigga, if him waiting 40 minutes outside the locker room shows me he had some real beef with a nigga. Because ain't nobody waiting out 40 minutes. You got the team bus for 40 minutes waiting for you. Nah, ain't nobody doing that shit just to do. No, he felt some type of way for real and wanted to fucking let the nigga know. You not gonna keep calling me a bitch on the court and pretending like everything fired off the court.
Trash.
Don't call my phone, nigga. Fight me right here. Nah, I'm not saying any trash. You don't need to fight on the basketball court. I know you want niggas getting stomped out, suplex, powerbomb on the court now. We're not doing none of that. Schroeder was like, I'm not gonna do that out there. We're gonna keep this shit behind closed doors.
He didn't even do nothing behind the scenes.
He did.
No.
I just read the report to you. He swung at the nigga and hit him.
No. There's one. He said he hit him, and the report.
No.
Read the report again.
Dennis Schroeder essentially camped out and waited for Luka in the back of the hallways of the Crypto Center. And when he saw him and someone had a lone moment, he confronted him and attempted to swing on him, strike him with his hand. The league concluded that it was an attempt, that he did not actually strike Luka in the face.
It was an attempt.
The league concluded it was an attempt. That doesn't mean that he didn't hit him, but it wasn't a clean enough hit for the NBA to be like, oh, he didn't really put the ball.
Then he didn't hit him.
He did.
No.
Something connected. That's a hit, nigga.
No.
If I swing at you and my knuckle hit your chin, is that not a? Is that
third grade? I'm gonna meet you outside at 2:30. Bullshit that he did. Punk nigga.
Nah, he ain't tell him. He ain't tell him he's gonna meet outside. He just waited for him.
Didn't even connect.
I'm with Schroeder on this one. Schroeder's still on business.
You got suspended and didn't even earn it.
Shout out Dennis. I'll take the 3-game suspension with you.
And didn't even do nothing.
Yes, he did.
Trash.
Luka ain't gonna call him a bitch no more.
I bet you he do.
I bet you won't.
He gonna call him a bitch in 5 languages.
I bet you Luka won't call Dennis a bitch no more. He said he's waiting outside the locker room for 40 minutes for you, bro. Luka ran to security, bro. Luka ran to security. Luka ran to security. Luka ran to security.
That's what he's supposed to do.
Fuck out of here. Yeah. So it's more bitch for a nigga to stand out the locker 40 minutes to wait for you than bitch for a nigga to talk his shit and then when you want to confront, run to security.
You know how much money I'm worth if I'm Luka Doncic?
I don't give a shit. Shoot me the fade real quick. Call me a bitch. Shoot me the fade.
I'm gonna say, look, arrest that. Look, see the little dude with the little shit in his head? Arrest him.
Let him go. The fade, son.
Mm-mm.
Just because what is Luka ethnicity? What is Luka?
I don't know, he's Serbian or something?
Serbian? Just because you're Serbian don't mean your Serbian ass can get paws put on you. You ain't got the Joker's brother standing behind you.
He still didn't put paws on.
He put them paws on him.
No, he
Not
didn't.
how he wanted to, but he gave him a message like, bro, you gonna stop fucking with me, bro.
No, the message was I'm a punk. That's what that was.
No, not at all. We seeing this two different ways, man. I don't think so. I think
You
Schroeder's
can't
definitely
sit
stood
out.
on
You
business.
can't sit out for 40 minutes and then not connect.
Nigga,
Luka
if
was
somebody in the way, if somebody's in the way, yes, the fuck you can.
Luka
Nigga, what
was
you
off the
talking
show
about?
with a black eye, swollen
No,
leg.
if fucking DeAndre Ayton was grabbing him. If you read, listen
Now
to
you
when I
just
said
make-
that
now you
part
just
too.
making stuff up.
Oh my god, I literally read it that fucking DeAndre Ayton. Let me find it again because Mel is just fucking Mel, bro. Let me find it. Hold on. Was it in this one? Was it the update or was it the first one? I think it was in the first one. It was in the first one. Hold on. Let me go pull up the first one again because Mel, don't listen. Let me just go to my history.
I don't see nothing about no DeAndre Ayton.
Lakers center DeAndre Ayton tried to drag away Schroeder from the competition while stunned Doncic attempted to exit as the security intervened. Like, I literally read it, man. I literally read it. It's right there. DeAndre Ayton was dragging him away. Come on, man. Pay attention.
So
Let's
not
not hear
only
what you want to hear. Now I got a 7'7" nigga in front of me, and I'm 6'3". You crazy? Wow, am I
not only did he not connect, he got dragged by DeAndre Ayton.
This nigga paying attention to the wrong shit. Mel is a fucking big. Mel paying attention to the wrong shit.
That's what happened. But this is what you said.
Mel said you waited for 40 minutes just to get dragged away. No, he waited 40 minutes, said what he had to say to the man, and then he got dragged away. You feel me?
Nope.
Yeah, I'm with it. Keep it
You
up.
got
Keep it up. Back in. Listen, because this shit used to. All jokes aside with fucking Mel, this shit used to happen back in the day. So when we talked about last week in the fights,
we
and
fought on the court.
they fought on the court, but that shit also spilled into the fucking back room and sometimes into the locker rooms where guys were back there waiting for each other. That shit happened all the time back then. It just didn't happen on the court. If they didn't get you on the court, niggas would run to the locker room and try to get you on the way to the fucking locker room, bro. That's the way it worked.
Yeah, they didn't wait 40 minutes.
Yeah, Luka would have came out the locker room in 10 minutes. He would have caught him in 10 minutes. It's not his fault. Luka was in there for 40 minutes. It's not his fault.
You're making excuses.
I'm not making excuses. He waited for Luka to come out. Luka took 40 minutes to come out, so he waited 40 minutes. That seemed like proper math to me.
Sound like bullshit.
It don't sound like bullshit to me. Sound like the man had something to get off his chest, and he was going to get it off his chest one way or another.
Sound like DeAndre Ayton used him to sweep up the floor.
No, they didn't say he used him to sweep up the floor, Mel. That's not what they said.
But when you drag somebody, that's pretty much what you do.
No, that means holding him under his arms, moving him away. That's what that means, man.
Mm-hmm. Like a broom.
Oh, like a broom. You don't hold the broom under his arms. Come on, bro. Oh, Mel, something wrong with you, man. We talking about DDTing people last week. Now niggas trying to stand on business and it's not business.
He didn't stand. If they said
he was standing for 40 minutes, that's 40 minutes of business.
If Luka would have had a black eye, busted lip, or
something, that's the thing. You want the end result of the violence. Like, it don't always have to get to that. He went and told that man what he was feeling, and that's it. Yeah, he was waiting 40 minutes because he was tired of that man calling him a bitch. So now I'm going to see if I'm really a bitch. And when he got back there, he wasn't a bitch no more. Luka didn't tell him. Now, if it was in the report that fucking Luka was in his face like, yeah, you a bitch, then, and Shooter didn't do nothing, yeah, I'm with you. But he went and told that man, listen, I'm a grown-ass man. I'm 32 years old. Nigga, been in this league longer than you. You're going to stop disrespecting me like that. And we have heard plenty of basketball say that and did not do nothing to the person that called him a bitch. So how is, if that's the case, how is Dennis Schroeder any weaker than them? He at least went and tried to stand on his motherfucking business. A lot of NBA players get called a bitch and they don't do nothing at all. Stand on no business, follow him into the locker room, go outside to the bus, nothing.
Well, he should have been one of them.
Nah, he did what he was supposed to do, nigga. He let niggas know you ain't just gonna call Dennis Schroeder a bitch and get away with it.
Right. Because I'm gonna stand outside for 40 minutes to do nothing.
Yeah, what if it was Ja Morant that stood outside for 40 minutes? It would have like, he got the hammer. He got the hammer. That's right.
You better have a vest on.
They would have got all the players out there, mercy exit. Yo, open that locker right there. It's not really a locker. It's a door. Go, go, go. John Moran outside 40 minutes. Oh, yeah, he got the burner, bro. See, Dennis Schroeder could have went that route, but he didn't, man. He handled it like a G, bro. So I'm going to give him some props there and say he was standing on business. But moving on. One of Mel's favorite players.
I think I got footage right now of Dennis Schroeder.
Oh, my God. This guy about to get us this motherfucker, bro. That's a white man, not a black man. That is yes, nigga, that's what Dennis Schroeder was doing right there. Right there. That's what That's what Dennis Schroeder was doing. That's what I'm talking about.
That was DeAndre Ayton when he came in.
Nah, DeAndre Ayton didn't do none of that. DeAndre Ayton didn't do none. He a pussy too. But your favorite guy is out again. He's gonna be out several months with the surgery on his hand. Do you know who I'm talking about?
Mr. Glass?
Mr. Glass. He played in the movie Glass with
Bruce Willis.
Bruce Willis and the dude who plays Split. What's his name?
I can't remember.
What's his name? And then who was it? Not Morgan Freeman. It was the other nigga. Samuel L. Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mr. Glass right here. Anthony motherfucking Davis. All right, so Anthony Davis injured again. He injured his hand. He's going to have surgery, or he had surgery by this point, I believe. And he's going to miss a couple of months. And Dallas is still looking to trade him. What are we making of this report?
That's Anthony Davis. I mean, when healthy, top 10 player. Top 10. I'm not going to go no higher than that.
Give or take.
But the problem is he's not healthy enough to validate any of those best big man, best player in the league conversation that people want to put him in. Like, your availability is your best ability.
Yeah.
And he's never available.
Shit, we're going to someday have to talk about AD's legacy in the league.
What legacy? He has none.
Interesting. I think we got a new segment. The legacy segment. Legacy or not, I think we're going to call it.
I mean, he could have had a good one, but
Carmelo KD got done. Is Anthony Davis next?
You know, it could have been, but
I mean, we can't say the guy ain't got no legacy.
You really don't.
What
is it?
I don't know. Let me see. So 10-time All-Star, 3-time block champ, one-time NBA champion when he was the T3. I'm with you, T3. He should retire. One-time NBA champion, 5-time All-NBA, All-Rookie, 5-time All-Defensive, and he's a part of the 75 team. So he definitely has a legacy. Kyrie has a legacy. Well, we can talk about that too. When you want to do that next week, we can talk about Kyrie's legacy. We could do it. Y'all niggas, everybody got a legacy. It's just how fucking substantial is the legacy. That's it. Everybody besides the guys that average 4 points in the league that play 2 years as a legacy.
No, then we're diminishing what a legacy is.
No, we're not. It's just that some people legacy
if everybody has one, then we're diminishing what a legacy is.
No, we're not.
Yes.
Your legacy is what you leave behind. So
what can a nigga who averaged 4 points leave behind?
That's why I said a nigga, except for the niggas that average 4 points that play 2 seasons. That means they're excluded, Mel. I'm not counting them. That's what I'm saying, Mel.
So what about the dude who played 13 years and averaged 4 points?
Well, he was good at something. Was he good on defense? Tony Allen? Was he good on defense?
Tony Allen didn't average 4 points, but
Draymond Green? Listen. What? Who?
I don't know who. I'm telling you, we're diminishing legacy.
Who's the guy from guy? I'm trying to get his name. My guy. Shit. Hold on. Gotta go through the paperwork real quick. Hold on.
AD goes to the Hall of Fame. Is he the only player to get Calipari a championship? Who else was on that team, though? That team was pretty stacked.
We need to get back into our Hall of Fames, bro. Jordan Crawford didn't make our Hall of Fame. Casey Jones, nigga. Casey Jones. Yeah, Casey Jones. That's who I was thinking about. Casey. He got a legacy, don't he? It's 4 points.
The fact that you couldn't even remember who the hell he was, it was like
I was mixing him with JJ something, and I don't know why I was doing that.
right. Exactly, proving my point.
JJ Jones.
Then we're
I ain't
diminishing
no point.
what
KC Jones. I wanted to get his name right. I didn't want to butcher his name like I butcher everybody else's name.
Well, you butcher everybody else's name, so you just on brand.
Stop it.
No, we can't diminish what a legacy is.
I'm not diminishing what a legacy is. Anthony Davis has a legacy. He left something behind.
Yeah, bones.
He's on the top 75 team. He's on the top 75 team.
Bones, like a fucking dinosaur. That's all he left
can't be on the top. You can't be on the top 75 and have no legacy.
He shouldn't be on the top 75.
That's in your opinion, not in the NBA's opinion. Not in the NBA's opinion. So the guys in the NBA must feel he left some type of imprint.
Yeah,
some type of legacy. He definitely got a lot of X-rays in his motherfucking legacy. I'm not taking that out of his legacy. With the X-rays and the MRIs, I know. Like got a fucking folder this big of them shits. I got you. But AD still has a legacy. He still has a legacy. Stop it. And Marcus King.
Well, Jamal Murray was there, and Jamal Murray got him a championship. Oh, you're talking about in college?
Mm-hmm. So he's saying all these people never got him a championship, but AD did. So does AD go in the Hall of Fame because of that? Well, it is the Basketball Hall of Fame, T3, and not the NBA Hall of Fame. So he goes in for all of his basketball accomplishments, including college.
Well, if Derrick Rose, if Jalen Rose and Chris Webber are not in the Hall of Fame, then his ass definitely not getting in the Hall of Fame. I
don't think we put fucking Chris Webber in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, I did. Chris Webber belongs in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, I got the proof right here. Let me see. That's why we got to get back to from the Sideline Hall of Fame, man. That's right. I got a whole stack of motherfucking people in that Hall of Fame right here. In and out. Shit, Joe Johnson didn't even make it.
Yeah, he's borderline.
I can't believe Iguodala made it. Chris Webber, you said. All right. You wasn't on the show, but he did. He was voted safe unanimously. Unanimously? Whatever. Fuck you.
Chris Webber didn't have a bad image. What does this change his image?
Chris Webber got into...
I think he got into the College Hall of Fame. I don't know if he got into... He got into the Basketball Hall of Fame?
No, this is our Hall of Fame. I wasn't talking about... I don't think Chris Webber's in the Hall of Fame.
I don't think he got in the Hall of Fame.
I'm not... I could check right now.
I'm doing it. Yeah, I'm doing it right now. Nope, he did. Yes, he did.
What year?
Chris Webber.
Inducted in 2021. He just got inducted.
Mm-hmm.
Just got inducted 4 years ago. You're right, T3. Did that really change his image? So I think that affected his friendships more than anything. With the Fab Five. He still don't talk to them because he, fucked them over. But I don't think Chris Webber had any other image. He was drafted number 1.
Kemp fell off later in his career.
I think we did Sean Kemp, and I'm not sure. I can check if Sean Kemp got in on ours.
Like, I don't think people realize Chris Webber he almost went into the Hall averaging a double-double. Like Sean Kemp.
I don't know about Sean Kemp because
he tapered off later in his career.
6-time All-Star, 3-time All-NBA. That's all he has to his name. 14.6 points, 8.4 rebounds, 1.6 assists on 48 from the field, 27 from the three-point line, 74 from the free throw line.
Yeah. He was nasty from like 92 to 99.
Never averaged above 20. Well, averaged above 20 once, and that was in 89-90 when he was in Cleveland, his second year in Cleveland. He averaged 20 points.
Yeah. 90, yeah, I'm gonna say, yeah, 91 to 2000 is. I mean, technically you could. I wouldn't be mad if he did go.
I mean, when did he retire?
Who's that?
Sean Kemp.
His last season
It was
was
2003.
2003.
Oh, my 2000. That's the playoffs. Hold on. Yeah, 2000. Yeah, 02-03 was his last year.
Nah, Chris Webber.
Is this another Casey Jones moment? Because Casey Jones, it took him 22 years to get in.
Yeah, no, Chris Webber was averaging 20.
Mm-hmm. So that's why I said Chris gets in
Philly.
But it took Chris a while to get in too. When was Chris last? Chris Webber last season was in 08-09, and he gets it in 21. That's almost what 15 years.
No, Chris Webber was very.
That's cool with the 60-point win teams. I feel you there. But is that enough to get him into the Hall of Fame, T3?
I mean, it's the Hall of Fame. I always lean on the fame part if you don't have if the numbers and stuff are there, but you was
accolades.
Yeah, I will lean on the fame part. He was a very popular player. So
he said, look at Webber's
he's one of those guys I wouldn't be mad if he did or he didn't. Chris Webber averaged like 70-something games a season.
He played 831 in his career.
Yeah, he was averaging almost 70. He's averaging more games than the motherfucker play now.
Yeah, he played 76, 54, 15, because I guess he got hurt that year. 72, 71, 42. He got injured that year. 75, 70, 54, 67, 23. I'm guessing he had another injured year. 67, 46, 21. I guess he was recovering from injury. No, 46 for Sacramento in 2004, 21 for Philly in 2004.
Yeah, but those games are split. But that's
right, because he got traded. So I'm just about that 67 games in 2004, 2005. 75, 61, 18 because he got hurt, 43, and then 9, and then he was out the league.
See what happens? He played. A lot of 20-game season? He only had one season.
He said 18, 43, and 9.
You're looking at the days he got those 9 was his last year. The 43
he got traded. So first of all, T3, you got to add the 18 and 43 together because that's one season. He got traded. He played 18 games for 76ers, 43 for Denver.
Yeah, and then if you want to go all the way up to
that's 61 games he played that year. T3. The second year before his last year. Then he played 9 games. He got injured, and then that was it for him. So I don't know there, but definitely I would say he belongs in there. Not sure about Kemp. Kemp, we could definitely have a conversation about, but I believe we did Sean Kemp T3 way before you came along.
Well, no, it was because of Rasheed and them, but he also ate his way into Sean Klump.
See, we did Joe Johnson twice with 2 different groups, and he didn't get in with either group.
Because Joe Johnson is that fine line of if he got in, you're not mad, but if he don't, you understand why he didn't.
Stephon Marbury didn't get in. JR didn't get in.
I think Marbury
didn't get in. Antoine Jameson didn't get in.
Definitely no Antoine Jameson.
Kevin Johnson got in. Rondo got in.
Kevin Johnson belongs in the Hall of Fame.
Jamal Crawford is out.
He belongs in the Hall.
Robert Horry didn't make it.
Definitely
Quincy Jones didn't make it. Carmelo made it. There's one in this one. Who is in this one?
Marquise Johnson. Who's Marquise Johnson?
And then Chauncey Billups made it. No, we did not. Is that the guy from New Jersey?
Who the fuck is Marquise Johnson?
I know T3 keep bothering with a guy from New Jersey that I didn't know. I'm not sure if that's his name.
He played for Milwaukee.
He said allegations we cannot talk about on YouTube. Listen, he and Alex, but we do got a lot more players we need to explore, though. I need to make a file and just plug them into a file so I don't have to carry those papers and we could just pull them up of our Hall of Fames, not in the Hall of Fame, in the Hall of Fames.
I don't know enough about Marquise Johnson, but it looked like he was a bucket. I got to do some research.
We could look into them. Give us some names. We're going to get back to it. I'll say not this week because we kind of got things planned for this week. Next Tuesday, we'll come up with a name and we'll do a safer out is what we call it. Our Hall of Fame is safer out. And we could definitely get the crew together. Maybe on a Thursday it might fit better because there's more of us on Thursday. It's better with more votes than less votes. See, it's two of us here, so a guy that they don't feel should be in, we can let in because there's only two of us here. So anyway, moving on. James Harden moves up to the number 9 in the scoring list. How do we feel about that? Marquise?
I don't know because
Jaquez, right? That's his name.
Because the league is so, and it has like it's been so the scoring's been so inflated. I don't know how to feel about it because what's going to happen is there's going to be a lot of guys who's played since 2000, from the early 2010s that's going to start climbing up this scoring list, but they're not like real buckets. Like they're not, you wouldn't compare them to the guys who were up there. You know, like, let's see, let me get a prime example.
All right, so right now, LeBron leads Kareem, Carl, Kobe, Michael, Dirk, Kevin Durant, Wilt Chamberlain, James Harden. Shaq finishes out the top 10. Then we have Carmelo, Moses Malone, Evan Hayes, Hakeem Olajuwon. Russell Westbrook is in 15th. So we can see him not beat Hakeem because he's about 12,000, something like that. No, 2,000 down. I don't know how much longer he's in. They got Oscar, Tim Duncan, Paul Pierce is 19. Curry is 21. DeRozan is 23. I'm just trying to look for active players now. Chris Paul is 36. Damian Lillard is 37. Giannis is 42.
Right.
Joe Johnson, number 50. Stop playing with my boy.
But it's just like,
so those are the top 50. I want to see more, but they don't have. Let me see. They don't have no more.
Like DeMar DeRozan. Like DeMar DeRozan is 23rd.
Yeah, DeMar DeRozan is 23rd with 26,050 points.
Like, do you feel DeMar DeRozan is as good a scorer as fucking Paul Pierce?
No.
Exactly. So that's why, like, the numbers, he's going to pass Paul Pierce, and no one's going to think that he's a better scorer than Paul Pierce.
I mean, I don't look at the point leading list as guys who are better scorers than.
Well, no, because you asked me how do we feel about it, James Harden moving up, and I'm just like,
right.
Okay.
But what I'm saying is, I agree with you. I don't think you were going to say James Harden is a better scorer than
like
Hakeem Olajuwon,
Shaq, Carmelo.
I was going to say Carmelo, but I didn't know how you was going to feel about Carmelo.
He's definitely not a better scorer than Carmelo.
He is T3, but we wouldn't say he's a better scorer than somebody like Carmelo, right? Or even, is he a better scorer than Vince Carter?
See, I would say no.
I would say no too, but he's above Vince Carter in points is what we're saying, T3. So just because you're above somebody in overall points doesn't make you a better scorer than somebody else that might be under you on the list of points. A lot of variable goes into your points. Stephen Curry was injured half of his career, right? Especially early on in his career, dealt with a lot of injuries, but he's already at 26,250 points. How could that happen? because of all the threes he takes and all the threes he makes.
Yeah.
James Harden is ninth. Why? Because of all the threes he takes and all the threes he makes.
Right. And it's, that's, and I guess that's the equalizer.
I don't know if we're talking about explosive though, Mel. Are we talking about just the more explosive scores? We're just talking about more pure scores.
This is just pure scoring. This is go.
Yeah,
this is
pure
go.
score.
This is if I had to roll a ball out for somebody to go get a bucket, and you had DeMar DeRozan and Paul Pierce, who the fuck you want the ball to go to?
Paul Pierce, the truth.
I'm not. Yeah, I'm giving it to Paul Pierce. And this is no disrespect to DeMar DeRozan. It just is what it is. Like I'm not.
I'm with that.
Just if somebody's gonna get ISO'd on a wing, Paul Pierce. Yeah, like there aren't too many people better than Paul Pierce. Like,
listen, Paul just came out and said that he's a better scorer than Kobe.
I wouldn't say all that.
This and Blasey that and Blasey this and Blasey that. And I'm not going to say he is better than Kobe. But if you do go look at Paul Pierce's stats against Kobe and company, the man wasn't lying. That he is a pure scorer.
Yeah, Melo is
me. You could give it to Melo, but I wouldn't be mad if somebody said like myself said Paul Pierce.
Yeah, no, it's the way Jordan, Melo, Kobe, KD, Paul Pierce, and these are just guard, like these are just wing plays. I'm not going to put the centers in this. Like those are different level scorers. Who else? Like Ray Allen has more points than Allen Iverson. No one thinks that Ray Allen's a better scorer than Allen Iverson. No.
Early Ray was like that, though.
He wasn't Allen Iverson. Good.
Early Ray was like that.
He was like that, but he was never Allen Iverson.
Yeah, he definitely not get some engagement, but I don't think Paul Pierce is too far off from it. From saying that, he at least he can keep up with this guy. I don't think
he's top 10.
I would definitely.
There's not a lot of guys you're taking over Paul Pierce as a pure scorer.
Listen, if I had to pick, I don't think Paul was that far off away though. And circumstances were definitely different. Like I said, I think if Paul Pierce won a regular season MVP,
I might take Paul Pierce over Dwayne Wade
as a scorer. Yes,
as a scorer.
Yes. But there's not. Damn, I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, Paul Pierce got a MVP, a season MVP, with the Finals MVP. We were talking about him in a whole different light.
Yeah, it's like it's like how people don't really, unless you watched, you don't really know how good Bernard King was.
I mean, I don't know, but that's how he felt. That's how he felt. Yeah, that's how he felt. That one I'm with you with T3. That one I'm with you. But the better than D Wade, we could definitely, as a scorer, we could talk about that.
Yeah, no, D Wade was legit, but I'm still going to take Paul Pierce because Paul Pierce can do. If all things are equal, Paul Pierce is 6'7". Like D Wade is 6'3". All things equal, you take the bigger dude every single time.
With his skill, yeah. With his skill. All right, moving on. Last topic of the day. I just wanted to touch on this one a little bit because we kind of talked on it. Did you happen to see Trae Young's post on him leaving?
No. What did he do?
He said, "Never thought I'd be typing this. The last few years weren't how I wanted them to be. Expectations that we created for ourselves, reaching heights that Atlanta has never reached before. Bringing a championship to Atlanta was always my goal. However, between the injuries, the setbacks, and the situation that didn't make sense, we never truly got to see our full potential. The city that raised me and taught me so much will always be a chapter in this story. However, the pain of staying the same eventually outweighs the uncertainty of change. Change is often met with fear, but I see it as another opportunity. I'm walking into this new chapter ecstatic with my head held high and my eyes forward. It's time to see what's possible when the support is real and the vision is clear. We move.
I would believe that if he didn't ask to go to the fucking Wizards.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like, what the fuck? The fuck? Nigga, you requested the Wizards. You said this situation.
You went to a worse situation.
The pain of staying the same outweighs the uncertainty of change. But you didn't go to a situation where there was change. You went to a situation that was the same.
The difference between Trae Young and Jalen Brunson. Jalen Brunson actually makes people around him better.
Like,
Jalen Brunson's actually the better player, if you're asking me.
Yeah, I'm definitely taking Jalen skill-wise. I think Trae is talented, but I don't know how that might be a good debate, Trae Young versus Jalen.
I don't think so.
It might. We can't forget about Trae Young, man. He is a star in the league. He is a star in the league. We can't sit here and act like Trae not a star in the league.
He's a good player.
Nah, Trae definitely a star in the league, bro.
And what did he talk about taking Atlanta to heights they've never been? Dog, y'all didn't do shit.
And wait, hold on. He said taking Atlanta to heights they've never been. Then, if I'm not mistaken,
yes.
Wasn't that the Al Horford, Kyle Korver?
Yes, they went to.
Wasn't they on the Atlanta Hawks? Oh, okay. Heights they never. Okay.
When did the Hawks go to the East Conference Final?
That year that they beat the 76ers. The year they beat the 76ers when Ben got scared. Ben's fall apart. That's when they went. Ben's fall apart. There you go, 2021.
Oh, okay. Well, then they did the same thing. They did the same thing to other Hawks teams. They ain't do nothing different.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He took them to new heights. He took them to the same height, and it didn't look better. Who we gonna say it looked better?
It don't even.
Hawks.
I don't even remember it. If they remember it, they still talk about that old Hawks team about how they were the best team in the East the whole regular season, and then fell apart in the playoffs.
Yeah.
What seed were they when they went to the Eastern Conference Finals?
You said what seed?
Yeah.
In 2021? 2021, they finished 9th.
These niggas was the guy. Come on, bro.
And they lost. No, they lost against the Heat that year, T3. 1-4 versus Miami Heat. Lost in the East. No, that's the first round. Hold on. You might be talking about 2020. Yes. Okay. 2021. They were the 5th seed. They finished 41-31. And then they beat the first round, they beat the Knicks 4-1. Then they beat Philly 4-3. And then they lost to the Bucks 4-2.
Yeah. So that other Hawks team was the 1 seed.
I got you, T3. Yeah, they was the 5th seed.
Yeah,
so did he reach the heights? I don't know. I don't think so. But I just don't understand like his comments, because it's like you want a fresh start, and you would think like if you want a fresh start, you would go to a team that you can actually do something on, that you can make something happen. Now I know the Wizards have that young, fresh point guard out there, that 6'9" point guard, but that doesn't help Trae Young in any way, unless they're planning on moving him to the 3, the rookie. And I don't know, like Trae could pass the ball, and I think that's what always will help him. Somebody did say that in a couple of years, and maybe it's sooner than later, Trae turns into a Mike Conley type of player. And I don't think that's too far off. A pass first can give you some scoring, can run the offense. I could see Trae turning, because at some point at 6'2", he's going to have to keep himself relevant. And I think that's what Jeff Teague and Michael Conley did well towards the end of their stints. They kept themselves relevant, kept themselves on teams,
but they also
put themselves in position to help.
They also could play defense, though.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I can't defend you there, Trey.
All right.
He has the potential, T3, to definitely put up stats with the Wizards. I mean, or he can go out there and be a Jordan Poole. Inconsistent as fuck. We don't know.
I don't think
he could.
I don't think he's gonna. One, I don't think he's gonna pass the ball and get enough finishes to finish with those assists in Washington. That's just me personally. And lead the league in scoring. He's gonna have to fire that motherfucker up a lot because he doesn't shoot good enough to lead the league in scoring. Like his percentages are too low.
Let's see about that. For his career, he's shooting. Let's see, field goal percentage 43%, 3-point percentage 35%, which isn't bad. His efficiency field goal is 50%. His free throws is 87%.
Yeah, but when you look at now, compare that to somebody like Steph.
Yeah, but you got to also think that Trey didn't have the pieces around him the way Steph did to actually help his game. He was the one that had to beat the game. Because even when, what was the guy, Murray went out there, that was Javante Murray, when he went out there, that didn't even work. So, I mean, a lot of people like to put that on Trey Young, but it's got to be dynamic of team too. You can't just get players to get them. They have to fit with the players that you have there. They could
definitely start an R&B group.
They could. But yeah, that's the only reason I would say I'm not with Trey Young on his little goodbyes, because he didn't go to a place where he can actually win and do something to take himself and his legacy to new heights, like he's trying to take a new team, or like he said that they was trying to do with the Hawks. You didn't put yourself in position to be able to do that. You put yourself in position to be at the bottom of the league year after year. The Wizards are a little bit better, but they're not going anywhere when it comes to the Eastern Conference.
Nah, him shooting 41% from the field and 30% from three ain't gonna cut it. Nope.
Teams, Wizards. Wizards, where are you? Right there, Wizards.
And him putting up 6 threes a game, making one. Nah, no. That shit is not gonna fly. You got better than that.
On the Wizards roster this year.
The Wizards, well, I like the names on it. Now, can it work? That's a whole nother situation.
They got some rookies. You know, Justin Champagne. I know that's not his name. Marvin Bagley. They got Trey Johnson. Cam Whitmore. And that's all the names I know. Trey Young, Chris Middleton. They have a young team that you could build away. They have a young team that you could build around, but I don't think this betters Trey Young's situation.
It doesn't make Trey Young better.
Yeah, it doesn't. What is he supposed to go here and be the star? Yes, 100%. And Middleton is his number 2, which I understand that. But then what happens after that? Like, we're depending on rookies to get stuff done, and I just don't think that's a formula right now when you have a guy like Trey Young on his team, on your team. But yeah, final thoughts.
Tune in Thursday. We're gonna be popping Thursday.
Thursday is the energy show. This is to get you ready for the week.
Yeah. Yeah. And what's your boy name? Dennis Schroeder. Next time, swing to connect, brother. Don't.
He said, get your tips from Alvarez, nigga. Get your tips from Alvarado. Get your tips from him. And since Moolah's not here, hey, make sure you guys pay attention to the rest of the shows for the rest of the week. We got Gentlemen's Talk tomorrow. Basket to Basket off the glass on Thursday. And we're back for another episode-ish on Friday. And as Moo would say it, we ain't gonna stop till we get that plaque in the bank.
If it's hoops, we map it. No story, we're lacking. Every week, bring the heat like a fast break happening. So lace up, tune in, let the energy rise. Where the game meets the mic.